Hi, within this lecture, we're actually going to use the threading in order to prevent these two functions blocking each other. Okay? So, what will we do? We're going to actually let me just kill this before because it's still working. Okay? So let's say kill all Python and clear this. And let's go back to our code. Now we can get rid of this while true and time.slip because we won't be using this. Rather, we're going to use another library. But let me just take a note here like threading, so you will see how it's written. I'm going to do that in another function because you might need threading in your other projects. So let me cut this, okay? Let me right click and say cut, and in here let me define a new function called threader function or thread function. And it doesn't matter what you call it, I'm just calling thread function in order to make things clear. So let me paste this, and actually we can delete this while true because we're going to use onThreading function, and it will do this for specified time interval again and again, okay? And we can get rid of this time.sleep as well. And I think I have to call global log here because now log is giving me error, and previously I thought that we were in a function, but now we are in a real function. So let me delete this line, and of course we don't need this library anymore, but we need a threading library, so I'm going to import this threading thing. I'm going to show you how to use it in this thread function. In fact, here we will use a timer object one more time, but this time this will derive from threading library, okay? I'm going to call this timer object. This will derive from threading library, so it will run on a different thread. So all you have to do is just say threading.timer, and this timer will ask you two things. It will ask for an interval and then a function, and within given this interval it will run the function over and over again. For example, if you say 30 seconds and then thread function, okay, it will run the thread function itself for 30 seconds, and after each 30 seconds, of course, you want to delete the parentheses, and actually we are now done after we say timer object dot start. So this will run on a different thread, so it won't block the other codes that are on our way. We can call this function right now. It's a good example to call this function within keylogger listener itself, like here. So if I say thread function, then it won't block this keylogger listener.join thing, and it will work asynchronously in a very efficient environment. So let us test this, okay? I think everything is okay right now, so let me minimize this and let me call my Python file one more time from here, and let's write something. And apparently I forgot to delete the print line, so it's still printing out on terminal. It doesn't matter, you can just delete this. As you can see, we got the initial empty email stating that keylogger has started. Actually, you can say something like keylogger has started in your own previous code to make things clear, but now we are getting an empty message, and let's wait for 30 seconds and see if we get the stored values. And now, as you can see, we got these logs that we have stored during that 30 seconds. Now our tool is actually working. We can say kill all Python to make this stop. Now we have a complete keylogger. all we have to do is to try this on our Windows machine. So since I have my email up and working in here, let me email that file to myself here, okay, and say keylogger for subject, and add the keylogger py file in my email. Then I will actually open this email from my Windows machine and try that on my Windows machine and see if we got the logs in this Kali machine. So let's stop here, and within the next lecture we're going to test this on Windows.